What else you got? Or was that it?
I thought you had more stuff. Remember, I told you I already had 3. That's what you said. You was turning it over to your.
No, I had
That was it. That's all you had.
yeah, I just had 2.
Oh, yeah, but anything. I don't know what else happened. I feel like something happened, like big.
Oh yeah. Um,
What, Nicki saying that Kanye's a clown?
I was gonna do that, but then I was like, I'm afraid of the barbs. So
I know, but I'm not because I'm like a half barb.
So how do you feel about?
Look, funny enough, that's like the first thing that came up my scroll. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that.
Don't even
I don't
repeat
want the
that
barbs
meme.
coming. But I mean,
but that is 100% true. I'm just
is.
not gonna say it on camera.
And she worked with 6ix9ine, but it's like my whole thing is, Nicki and Kanye. I've said this so many times on this podcast. I've said this on Twitter a million times for the last like 15 years of my life. Those are the 2 artists, literally, and Beyonce was the number 3. But those were my top 2 artists of all time, like literally since I was young. Like that was the thing. Like those 2 are literally the people. Like people like, oh, they saved me. They didn't save me because I wasn't ever like mentally like ill, but they definitely helped me get my confidence. They definitely were like a main staple to my preteens, teen years. Like those 2, bow down to them because like their music was literally like what drove me through like a life during that time, right? Gave my confidence. So it's so hard to see like this because Monster's an iconic song. Everybody loves that song. That was like people say that's one of Nicki's best verses. Good song, very good song, iconic song, and the story behind it is cool. Like kind of giving Nicki a chance, giving her time to shine, giving her a leap low key because that helped her career probably majorly. So to now hear her at Essence Fest calling him a clown, I'm like, oh, I'm conflicted because I'm always gonna ride for Kanye. I think Kanye, for me, sorry, Nicki, it comes first. Like Kanye, my number 1 artist, Nicki number 2. So yeah, it was a little kind of disappointing to hear her say that. So, and like it's petty. Like she didn't have to even like. Why start playing the song just to cut it off and call him a clown?
You're gonna get us deleted.
I don't care. Let them come for me. Like at least people be having no jobs anyway. That's why they have time to type in her name and look for everybody who talks about her. So if you have something to say it, and I'm gonna reply. So just heads up. But yeah, like why start playing the song just to cut it off to be like we don't play clowns, we don't mess with clowns, like, and why is he a clown? Here's a debate that's going around on social media. Number 1, people are saying probably the song that he just did with Cardi. And for me, it's like, let it go, Nicki. Like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but like, let it go. It's getting old. Like, I don't like Cardi, and I've always mentioned that. And it's not really because of Nicki beef. It's partially, but I think she's annoying. I don't think she's funny. Her voice is very annoying. Her rapping voice is not good to me. She don't write her own raps. But lie that she did. Because I don't care about rappers not writing their own raps. So don't lie and say you did. But that's my problem with her. And obviously with Nicki, it runs deep. But it's like, come on. Like, it's just kind of lame at this point. And it's like, but number 2, people are saying it's because he, the Joe Budden episode or interview where she talked about the Yeezy collab that she wanted to do with her stuff, and how it didn't happen. She could be feeling a way about that. And it's like, okay, so you clown, like you might have clowned her with that, and then now dropping New Body. And the whole thing with New Body is like that song's like 4 years old. Like Yandy's way old. Nobody was checking for Yandy except true Kanye fans. So now you guys are upset about a song that like Kanye scrapped the whole album. It's like it's the only reason the clip like her verse even resurged on the TikTok is because Nicki fans probably brought it up. Brought it back. Nobody was checking for that song. And it's a good song. I wish he did drop it. But let's not act like this is personal. Kanye has scrapped so many people's verses out there probably. People probably,
not even probably.
What we've been robbed of that we probably have no idea of that people probably really was hurt over.
We've been robbed over things that we have been hurt over. I know Kendrick had a verse scrapped from Kanye. Probably a ton of stuff.
And I'm sure people were actually really upset at him and mad at him, but this is his process, and you had to respect him. Like that's if you want a shot, you had to respect. This is what he wants.
You know what the thing is? Aside from music artists specifically, do you know how hurt? Because I told you about this before. Because I of course want to be in the industry with my beats. I told you if artist buys your beat, that's it. They may pay for it, pay for the rights, and may never use it. It may never come out, and you could never sell that beat to anybody else because they purchased it. They own it now. You know how heartbreaking it probably is for people that had a beat purchased by anybody. It could have been Nicki, anybody when they have these unreleased songs that randomly surface, there's a producer behind that beat that had that artist buy that beat from them that will never see a single dollar from it.
Yeah, no
Ever.
residuals, and
No
that beat
residual.
might be their favorite beat, and they were probably so excited about the purchase, and I was gone.
And it's over. They got their probably small fee anyway. Maybe they got 5,000, 10,000, whatever, which is a lot of money, but $10,000 is not going to get you through the year. And that's it.
Yeah,
it's empty.
That's how the industry is.
But it's producers,
it's cutthroat.
the engineers that were sitting there mixing for hours. Not that, I mean, they get paid a hourly fee, so they're getting paid.
But it's
they
still
don't get
their
residuals.
time.
It's still their time.
And they probably love their work, and it's not going to be seen.
Right. They want it because it is their work too. They want their name on those sort of things. So aside from just the artist itself, when somebody decides to not release a song, it impacts everybody. It impacts the label because the label is paying for the budget for those things. And then when it's scrapped, there basically was a waste of money. They're gonna have to recoup their money. Yeah. They're gonna make you work to pay that money back. But it's a L for everybody, especially when somebody scraps a whole entire album. Yeah, so
like that's people shouldn't be
people shouldn't be taking it personal.
Yeah, like, and I feel like Nicki's sensitive. Like, I feel like, and if that's her issue, then I'll be crazy. I don't think it's that. Honestly. I mean, she could have been through shots at him. New Body, like I said, it's like 4 years old now. Like, Gandhi was supposed to come out 2018. Maybe it was like Black Friday 2018. That's almost 4 years old. Like,
yeah, I wonder what it was.
I think it's the Cardi song, honestly. Stuff might be going on behind the scenes. Maybe she was supposed to be on a different song. On Don 2. Like, it could have been, stuff might be going on behind the scenes. But that's the thing. If you're going to make this public, then say what happened. Like, don't just call him a clown and now we all got to question why. Like, say what your chest. Like, say fully what your issue is. If you had the issue with the Cardi song, then say that. Be real. I mean, she is real. I will say she is real, but I don't know. She's kind of like, and like, people like to bring up the age. You kind of do got to bring up age. Like, you got a kid now.
It's not even kind of.
You're in like you are cemented as like an icon. Like, you had a successful career and you're not done. You're married. You have a kid. And you're about to be 40. Like, and you want to call Kanye a clown? Like, I just.
Just in general, from my comment, this is aside from her, but just in general, like, it's kind of like it made sense when we were 14, 15, sending subtweets to people.
Even when we were 20, 21.
Well, I stopped doing that.
I stopped doing that at 20.
But like, you got the people's numbers. Like, if you have an issue with somebody, you could send a text through if it's that much of a problem to say it in public. You could send a text through and say it to them, to their face, and we don't have to know anything. Yeah,
and she definitely got his number or could get in contact with him easily.
But I just mean in general, like, especially when, like, you can't be a certain age and, like, because that's the same way I feel about the older generation on Facebook, like, posting certain, like, you can't be 60 years old subtweeting.
Exactly.
Or, like, subliminal posting.
Because at that point in your life, like, I feel like you're, like, at 40 is not old. It's not. And 50 is not old. 60 is getting up there. But I want to say it's old. But do you feel like at a certain point in your life, like, I feel like once you're in your late 30s, about to be 40, like, I feel like at that point in your life, you just want to, like, just relax. Like, especially her, like, you're so rich. Like, wouldn't you just want to just be chill, not pay nothing no mind, live your life, enjoy your life? Like, I don't understand the whole wanting drama or confronting drama or making drama. Like, unless somebody's doing something to you personally and coming to you and affecting your life in some way, I don't get it.
The other thing I wanted to talk about too is because I think there's a level of entitlement with entertainers in general where I think there's like a weird thing, right? Like I saw this meme that pops up every once in a while when they're like, could you stop listening if somebody paid you, I forget what the number was, but if somebody paid you $100 million, could you never listen to another Beyonce song again? Mm-hmm. And people in the comments were like, so get paid $100 million just to live exactly how I live now. Yeah. Now, and this is not any shade or slight to Beyonce specifically, but in general, celebrities aren't important to everybody, right? They're not. So while somebody could be at the highest level of wherever they're at, right? Like, we look at Elon's like twice as rich as Jeff Bezos and is the richest person in the world. He's not respected by most of his own peer group, right?
They don't like him.
So they don't care for him particularly.
Same with Kanye. We talk about Kanye. Like, he's respected, but a lot of people don't like him.
Right.
Who actually know him.
So for me, I think that there's a level of entitlement that comes where people feel like they're owed something from other people just because of who they are, which is not really how that works in life in general.
Like, you're still a human.
Like,
be humble.
Right. So I think that there's because this happened before. Like, I saw it where like people were ranking their favorite battle rappers, and battle rappers were speaking out like, "How you not gonna put me?" Like, it's like, whoa, because people take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
I never take myself too seriously, so that's why sometimes when you compliment me, I don't take myself too seriously. So I'm like, whoa, let's tone it down. Like, let's look at a basic level of what I'm doing. Like people be like, oh, you fly, blah blah blah, and it's like, whoa, let's take a step back here, right? I don't take myself too seriously. I don't give myself that much self-importance. But people, even in their accomplishments, overvalue what they've done,
that ego
right?
is crazy.
Where it's like, okay, I'm this person, so now you have to give me this, and you have to put this song out, and you have to do this for me, and I'm this person. It's like people take themselves way too seriously.
If she even if this is a case of her being mad about the Cardi song, it's like you feel entitled to Kanye.
Right.
Like, I got the Kanye feature. I'm the female rapper with the Kanye feature. Like, who are you to claim ownership over him?
Right.
Like, he's free to do what he wants.
Right. So I don't agree with the entitlement aspect of anybody, really. Like, nobody should feel that. Even if you feel slighted, even if you're upset that the song didn't come out or whatever you're mad at, nobody should feel like obligated, basically, to somebody. Like, not to make it sound like that, but be obligated to somebody else's body.
Yeah,
especially like
his decision.
Because it's almost like mad about him not inheriting a beef.
Yeah, and people were saying like, if that's the case, it's like, wasn't you like cool? Aren't you like still probably cool with Kim through all that stuff that was going on? It's like. Is this kind of like a kind of hypocritical? It's like so many times, like you could have been one sided on certain things, or not like inherit Kanye's beef. But did you unfollow Kim when he unfollowed Kim? No. Like, so who are you? Like, even if that's the case, who are you to tell Kanye who he can and can't work with? And like I said, we don't know what's going on. We're speculating. Something could have happened behind the scenes. Because a lot of people be having issues with Kanye. Clearly, him and Kid Cudi aren't even friends anymore. And they were friends for like a minute. So, but then we also know Nicki has a history of beef and people not liking her either. So it's like, you might just have two high-head personalities that clashed.
I just take things with a grain of salt, right? Because, the reason, I mean, not with a grain of salt. What I'm trying to say is I disregard those sort of things about things going on behind the scenes. Because to me, it's like it's too orchestrated.
Yeah,
like,
the song just came out.
You're performing at a festival.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you intentionally put the song on just to cut it off, just to say something, and it's like, to me, it's too orchestrated.
Like, she wanted a headline.
Because to me, it's like you could send a text.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I question why people do these things.
Yeah, because my whole thing is, send a text. You didn't have to start playing the song. If you didn't want to play the song, people might have came up with their own conclusion, or they might have just not even thought nothing of it. They might have thought, the monster was on the set. That's not crazy.
And it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Because it's a future verse.
So nobody would have had to know. And the thing is, what if you make up? Like, now you're burning a bridge low key by bringing public beef. And I mean, not really, because you see Kanye and Drake rekindled, but it's like.
But even still.
Like, you're kind of like, it makes you look crazy. Because Kanye hasn't said anything.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard.
I'm
a Nicki fan, but I'm always going to go pick Kanye above her.
I'm just more so, like I said, black and white person. Like, if you have an issue with somebody, address it with them. Like, I don't know where, like, because obviously I used to do it, but at this point in life, like, if you have that much of an issue with a person, speak to them about it.
Yeah, like, at this point in my life, I would never subtweet anymore. Like,
and I'm not saying she is, but like, I'm not saying she's afraid of like Kanye. But I think so many people are afraid of confrontation, but want to be confrontational.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
Like they start yelling at a wall, basically, like talking to themselves about how angry they are about somebody else on like a social media platform. But to me, it's like, send a text if it's an issue.
Yeah.
If not, then there's nothing.
If not, nobody even has to know that you have to have an issue. Right. Nobody would never knew. Like, it's not like him and Nicki are like friends like that. And
that song is 12 years old.
Exactly. Like, that song came out when we were. Well, it's not 12 years old.
It came out 2010.
2013. Wait.
No.
No.
Came out 2010.
You're right. Well, I forgot I had the freaking Mosaic MP3 player when it came out.
2013 was Yeezus.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Yeezus. My bad. Yeah, it came out 20. That's crazy.
Song is over a decade old, so
is,
nobody would have thought of anything different.
That's so
and if I'm not mistaken, they haven't collabed any other time besides New Body, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I mean no, Violent Crimes. I thought wasn't she in?
Nicki was on.
No, wasn't she on Ye? The Ye album.
Was she?
Let me double check. Wait, doesn't you know what's crazy though? I think about like college. Cause college doesn't seem that far ago, right? It doesn't sometimes. I think about like freshman year, like. When we were freshmen, we were only 4 years removed from Monster. 4 or 5 years removed from the song Monster. Like,
yeah,
that's insane to me because it seems like, you know, oh my God, that's so weird. Yeah, let me see Ye album. I could have swore she was on that album.
Yeah,
or no
Violent Crimes.
She's on Violent Crimes, right?
Dej Loaf, Nicki Minaj, and Willow.
So that's really the 3 collabs. It was that song, New Body, and Monster.
I love New Body.
I loved it too. It was a good song. Like
great song.
We heard it way before it even got to TikTok. Like
yeah,
we've been listening to that leaked album. Like,
I used to listen to it on the train.
Yeah, that one and Godzilla were my 2 favorite ones. I was like, this is a good song. Yeah.
That melody. Yeah.
Yep. Like I was been listening to it. So I remember one time me and you went to Duck's Donuts and we was listening to it on the on that high. What's that highway called?
22.
Was that 22? And that was like 2018, 19. But you know, it was whenever the leak first came out. We listened to it. 2019, I think. So we even listened to it before it made it to TikTok. So I love the song, and I wish it came out. I wish Gandhi came out. Like, Barb's probably didn't even know what Gandhi was until they heard New Body. Like, I wish Gandhi came out. Like, I wanted that album to come out. I was waiting. So, of course, I'm upset, too, and I'm sure like Nicki's feelings are validated, but it's like...
Well, I mean, the whole song leaked, and it was finished. So, to me, it's like, why is that not
It
good
still
enough?
made the impact. Like, maybe she didn't get the money she wanted, or she didn't get her number one. Because people think she's mad because she hasn't got a number one in years. But let me stop before these barbs come from me. But
that song wouldn't have went number one anyway.
I don't think it would have. It wasn't that impactful on TikTok.
You can't talk about surgery and getting bigger butt.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go number one in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that nip tuck. Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the bottom line is like. Oh my God, I had to draw a blank. The bottom line is...
Whoa. Drink some water.
Yeah, this would be clarity too. Look, clarity water. But the bottom line is like, you should, like you said, address people if you have a problem. Like, don't make this like a spectacle. Like you said, it was too orchestrated. It was too planned. Like, it wasn't like the song played by accident or something. Like, and she said it at like a show, at like a booking, like a club hosting. And also, if it's had to do a New Body, another thing that's like the bottom line is, this happens. This is the industry. Like, you supposed to be talking about, you know, you're the number one female rapper, you're the queen of rapper. You don't understand how the industry works. Like, songs get cut, albums get cut. That's it. Like, you know, and I hope that's not what she's mad about. Like we said, it's been 4 years. I think it's the Cardi collab. That's what I'm going with. That it's the collab. But if that's the case, is Dirk a clown now? Because she worked with Dirk. She was on that song like extravagant. She worked with.
Well, you know, you don't even have to ask that question. You know how the industry works. Wait. You know there's certain people, and I'm not putting that Dirk is some shooter, gonna go industry gangster like Dirk is not pulling up on Nicki, right?
Yeah.
So.
But they're cool.
Right, but I'm saying that like, you know, the industry is so fickle and fake that somebody could do some real bullshit and somebody will come at them about it, but then there'll be some whole other thing that somebody else does that they fuck with, and then they won't say anything to them. You know that's how the industry works. Like, people pick and choose who they want to be mad at about doing certain things.
It's easy to pick a battle with Kanye than Dirk.
Right, because it's Kanye. Kanye's chill.
He gets treated like, you know, people
like
constantly come at him in the industry, and
right, because they know he's not gonna pull up and beat people up and whatever. But
that's what makes me wonder though. Like, if it is the collab, then it's like you kind of got to keep that same energy. But I don't know.
No, yeah, you do.
But who knows? Maybe she got a problem with Dirk too. If the Dirk song started playing, if she was like, "Oh, turn that off," so maybe she got a problem with him too. But it's like, why? Like, why? It's weird.
But she didn't do it.
Yeah. And Cardi has worked with mad people, so I don't know.
Everybody's a clown. We all clowns.
So that's why I'm like, it makes me question. Yeah, right. That should be the podcast.
We all clowns.
So I don't know. Nicki it's disappointing because it sucks too with people like Nicki and Kanye. Cause both of them kind of do questionable things in their older years now of their career. Like not even I wouldn't even say the older years of their career, but kind of like them aging up and after they already both reached icon status. That kind of just make me both kind of like for both of them I'd be on edge for lots of times. I'm like, please, like don't mess up your legacy. And at the same time, yeah, you're a human. You should be allowed to express yourself and not be put on a pedestal. Fine, I get that. But sometimes it's like some things are not worth it in my opinion. And I just wish she would stop like doing this because it's like it's annoying.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Barbs come for us.
Don't come for us. I'm not clipping this either.
They can.
No.
No, we are clipping it.
Nah.
This is like a.
Nah.
I'm surprised this didn't get picked up as much as probably as she thought. Because Shade Room, I don't think they posted that this happened. And they were posted stuff from that show, but her set was mad late. It was like 12:30 at night, like a.m., 12:30 a.m. So, but I'm surprised this didn't get picked up. But maybe it did at this point. I haven't checked the Shade Room today.